Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, I'm going to react to 5 submarines that could destroy the world in very little time. Now, with what's going on in Ukraine and just overall tensions with North Korea, the constant posturing, I wouldn't want to say that we're close to nuclear war, but it does feel like we're trending in that direction. And submarines, I think, are commonly used as nuclear deterrents. A lot of them carry nuclear payloads. And because they're constantly moving, these submarines, you don't know where they could be at any given time. And I don't know how many nuclear weapons are stored on these submarines. So this video is going to be really interesting and shedding some light on that and just the overall destructive capability that these vehicles are capable of. So yeah, this should be fascinating. Let's do it.
These 5 submarines could destroy the world in 30 minutes.
Jeez.
While they've thankfully never been used during a shooting war, nuclear-powered submarines carrying nuclear-tipped missiles are the most deadly weapons mankind has ever devised. In some cases, as in the case of the Ohio Class submarine during the height of the Cold War, even a single vessel could reduce as many as 288 city-sized targets into radioactive ash in less than 30 minutes.
What? Really?
Indeed, these vessels and their payloads could end human civilization in less time than it takes to order a pizza if a third world war were to break out.
Jesus.
In this video, we've picked 5 of the most capable nuclear-armed submarines that are either in service or will soon enter service. Older vessels, such as the Soviet Union's massive Project 941 Akula, known in the West as the Typhoon, are not included because those vessels have been largely retired and dismantled. Only Dmitry Donskoy remains in service with the Russian Navy as a test vessel stripped of her ballistic missile armament.
Oh, look at that. That's a torpedo, right? Is that a torpedo? No, it's not.
Here are 5 submarines that could kill billions of people in minutes. Ohio-class ballistic missile submarine.
Yeah, torpedo stays in the water, doesn't it? That was a surface-to-air missile, wasn't it?
The Ohio class of nuclear-powered submarines includes the United States Navy's 14 ballistic missile submarines and its 4 cruise missile submarines. Each displacing 18,750 tons submerged, the Ohio-class boats are the largest submarines ever built for the U.S. Navy. The Ohio-class ballistic missile submarine can carry 24 UGM-133 Trident II D5 submarine-launched ballistic missiles that can each carry as many as 12.
Is that it? Look at the size of it. Is that actually it? That thing is massive.
W-88 475 kiloton thermonuclear warheads. With the sheer accuracy of the Mk5 re-entry vehicle, which has a circular error of probability of less than 90 meters, the Ohio class and its Trident II missiles have the capability to be used as first strike weapons. Under the 2010 Nuclear Posture Review, the United States expects to maintain a total of 14 Ohio-class submarines, with 2 in repair at any given time. These days, each Ohio carries 20 missiles for a total fleet of 240 deployed Trident IIs. As of 2016, 9 Ohio-class submarines are deployed in the Pacific, while another 5 are assigned to the Atlantic. Columbia-class ballistic missile submarine. The Ohio-class submarine is an aging design despite its formidable capabilities, and the first of the class are reaching the end of their 42-year service lives.
42 years.
To replace the Ohio-class, the United States Navy is building the new Columbia-class boomer. The new ballistic missile submarines are slightly larger than the Ohio-class at a displacement of 20,800 tons. But the vessels only have 16 Trident II D5 missiles on board.
As opposed to 20.
Most of the vessel's massive size is taken up by a new life-of-the-boat reactor and permanent magnet motor drive, which, while extremely quiet, is also enormous. The new vessels are largely based on technology from the Virginia-class attack submarines and leverages many of the smaller boats' systems.
It must cause so much uneasiness in America and NATO's enemies that these submarines could be anywhere. Unless you've got the most sensitive of technology, to pick up where they are, I don't even think you really could pick up where they are. Because I'm sure the US military has made their signatures so tiny that they could be like a fish or something like that.
The submarines will feature a large aperture bow sonar system that can also be outfitted with a submarine warfare federated tactical system for integrating sonar, optical imaging, and weapons control systems. The horseshoe-shaped large aperture bow sonar is made of special composite materials to enhance the transfer of acoustic signals. Indeed, in some respects, the Columbia is an enlarged, advanced derivative of the excellent Virginia-class design. Construction will start in 2021, while the first boat will enter service in 2031.
That thing is so big.
Project 955 Barai Class Ballistic Missile Submarine.
There's quite a few different types, aren't there?
Not to be outdone, America's Cold War adversary, though severely reduced in military might, maintains parity in exactly one area with the United States: nuclear weapons. Thus, it should come as no surprise that Russia is building a fleet of extremely capable new Project 955A Barai-class ballistic submarines. Smaller than their gargantuan Project 941 Akula, aka Typhoon-class predecessors, at a displacement of 24,000 tons, the Barai is larger than the Ohio or Columbia, but is not quite as capable as the American vessel. Nonetheless, the Barais are the quietest Russian ballistic missile submarines built to date and incorporates pump jet propulsor technology. The Barai submarines are approximately 170 meters long, 13 meters in diameter, and have a maximum submerged speed of at least 46 kilometers per hour.
Isn't it a shame that we have to build these things? Imagine if we could all just get along and live in peace. Like, that money could be spent on so many other things, because I imagine each sub probably costs near $1 billion, I would imagine.
They're equipped with a floating rescue chamber designed to fit in the whole crew. The vessels carry 16 RSM-56 Bulava submarine-launched ballistic missiles, each with as many as 10 nuclear warheads at a range of 8,000 kilometers. The warheads have an accuracy of between 250 meters and 300 meters CEP and are designed to evade missile defenses.
Very cool shot. Very cool.
Project 667 BDRM Delphin Class, Delta IV, ballistic missile submarine. Built at the same time as the mighty Typhoon class, the Delta IV is the current backbone of the Russian ballistic missile submarine fleet. The older 18,200-ton Delta IV design is nonetheless a capable platform and is armed with 16 R-29 RMU Seneva liquid fuel ballistic missiles, each of which can carry between 4 and 8 warheads. Unlike previous versions of the Project 667 design, the Delta IV is able to fire missiles in any direction from a constant course in a circular sector. It's also able to fire its ballistic missiles from a depth of 55 meters while cruising at a speed of 6 to 7 knots. Initially, all of the Delta IV class submarines were based with the Russian Northern Fleet at Olenja Bay. All the submarines of this class serve in the 12th Squadron, the former 3rd Flotilla, of strategic submarines of the Northern Fleet, which is now located in Yegelnaya Bay.
Almost looks like a rocket taking off, doesn't it? Like one of the SpaceX
Project
Falcons.
885M Yasin-class guided missile submarine. The Severodvinsk-class nuclear-powered guided missile submarine is not a ballistic missile submarine, but with a payload of 32 dual nuclear conventional capable 3M 14K caliber cruise missiles that have a range of over 2,500 kilometers, the Project 885M boats are a threat to the U.S. homeland. The Yasin class is fast and extremely quiet and has extremely potent sensors. If the U.S. Navy's Office of Naval Intelligence is correct in its assessment of the boats, there is every expectation that the Severodvinsk or its sister Kazan could easily close to 200 kilometers off the American East Coast and strike inland as far as the Great Lakes. Indeed, if the vessel, and given its impressive stealth it could, close to within 100 kilometers or less, it could strike as far inland as Chicago or even St. Louis.
So it's a threat for sure. It's amazing watching these missiles in action. It really is, isn't it? How do they, like, because they don't let them obviously destroy anything. So how do they stop them from actually wreaking any destruction? Do they just fall into the water to be retrieved? Okay, targets ISIS in Syria, I see. So these are actually going to... Oh dear. Oh man, genuinely fascinating. It's impressive and also kind of regretful that we need these to begin with, you know, because it's impressive in the sense that what they're capable of, because these things can stay underground for extended periods of time, you know, keep probably close to 100 people on board at any given time. And obviously wreaks, you know, huge amounts of destruction, but they're not cheap to build and maintain. Like these machines need constant maintenance, people on board at all times, so those people are away from their family and friends. But obviously I'm grateful that NATO has them at our disposal, just because, you know, we don't live in a world where people can just live peacefully. You know, there's constant tension. So yeah, very, very interesting video. I enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.